Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to morEwish Cuisine. Handmade gifts are the best kind, particularly when they're edible. They are so much more personal and no one can resist a homemade freshly baked bread, especially when this is prettily packaged. This year for our neighbors, girls teachers and some colleagues, I decided to make the cinnamon chocolate chip bread, which is easy to make, thoughtful and delicious gift. Swirled with cinnamon sugar, topped with more and dotted with teeny tiny chocolate chips. It's almost like a cake, soft, tender and moist. I mean, come on, look at that deep dark ripple of cinnamon. First I'll share the recipe with you guys and then I'll show you how I packaged and deliver it to my neighbor. So let's go and make it happen. So you need 9 by 5 inch loaf pan for this recipe, but since I was making it for as a gift purpose, so I use these disposable foil pans and they are slightly smaller. So I make one batch and divided my recipe into these two pans, and just take a non-stick spray and spray all around your pan. So make the cinnamon swirl first by combining the regular granulated sugar and ground cinnamon together in a small bowl. And then keep this bowl on a side. Now it's time to make the bread. So take a large mixing bowl and then sift the flour, baking soda and salt. And then add some teeny tiny chocolate chips in this mixture and mix until combined, and then keep this bowl on the side as well. If you want, you can use regular size chocolate chips as well, but I prefer to use mini chocolate chip for this recipe today. Then take another medium-sized mixing bowl and then crack an egg, add brown sugar and regular white granulated sugar and whisk until they are combined. Make sure there are no brown sugar lumps remaining. Then whisk in some buttermilk. I usually make it at home by measuring 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice in a measuring cup, and then add enough milk to the same measured cup until it reaches 1 cup. Then stir it around and let it sit for 5 minutes. The homemade buttermilk will be somewhat curdled and ready to use in your recipe. So yes, whisk in the buttermilk, vegetable oil and some vanilla essence and mix until combined. Then very slowly pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and gently whisk until there are no more lumps. Now be very careful not to overmix. Overmixing your batter will result in heavy, tough textured bread. So just mix the wet and dry ingredients together until just combined. Now take your prepared loaf pans. As I already mentioned, I'm dividing one batch of the recipe into two. So just pour the half of the prepared batter into your prepared pan and then sprinkle the 3/4 of your cinnamon sugar mixture, and this will create that cinnamon sugary ripple in the middle of your bread. Then pour the remaining batter on top of the cinnamon sugar and then smooth the top with the help of the wooden spoon or any spatula. Cover any sides and the edges to cover the cinnamon sugar. And then for the easier handling, I transfer my pans onto a cookie sheet and then sprinkle the remaining of cinnamon sugar and top with some chocolate chips as well. Now it's time to bake the bread. Cover it loosely with an aluminum foil and bake it for 45 minutes to 1 hour on 350 degrees. Poke the center of the bread. If it comes out clean, the bread is done. And then allow bread to cool completely in a pan on a wire rack before cutting into slices. And now for packaging, I bought these tissue papers, very festive and holiday themed, one in golden and red to go with their theme. And then to put my bread in, I found these very cute pack of 3 gift bags, golden chevron pattern and some polka dotted pattern. I really love those. And I bought these holiday themed gift bags as well. It says happy holidays, so it says all on the bag. Then I pick up these ribbons as well from Dollar Tree, and they were cute, red and green and some white and golden. So I use all these stuff to package my bread. Not just the ribbons, I used a burlap twine to wrap it around my packaged bread, and then I put some cinnamon stick to give it more fresh and rustic look. And before wrapping my bread, I wrapped my bread with the plastic wrap or saran wrap to keep my bread fresh before they get it. So I printed these ingredient list, nutritional facts as well, and I put down all the ingredients, and then I glue it underneath my packaged bread. I designed it by myself, and I will leave the printables for you guys if you want to use it. I wrote this little letter for our neighbors, and we will deliver this letter along with the bread. Your kitchen is going to smell like a bakery. There's nothing like the warm, sweet scent of cinnamon bread baking in the oven, especially on chilly mornings. I hope you like this recipe. Happy holidays!
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Happy holidays!
Same to you. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, girls. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, you're so sweet. Holidays.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.